And so we meet again, everybody. Hi there. Carson Meredith with you from the Wave Storm Tracking Team. It is 7:12 on Sunday, December 22nd. 3 days away, my friends. Less than that, if you think about it, until the big Christmas holiday. I hope you're well. I hope your families are well. Hope you enjoyed the sunshine today, even though it was cold sunshine. It's still sunshine, so we got to be positive about it. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Lots to talk about. We kind of dived into some of those details last night here on Wait Weather Now. We'll do the same thing again tonight. I've got some updated info on the timing of rain for Christmas Day in particular. It's not bad news necessarily, but it's not great news either. So we'll share that with you. We'll look ahead to some pretty good rain chances we head into late week next weekend. I'll give you your first look at New Year's Eve. Can you believe we're already talking about this? Wild, as we close out what has been a busy 2024. Comments we go, and then we'll dive in to our discussion tonight. Kathy says, good evening. Clayton watching us on YouTube. Appreciate you watching, Clayton. Hope you're well. Adam says, hey, from Bloomington, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. You're very kind, Adam. I appreciate it. It's still, I was just thinking before I went on, it's kind of surreal that it's been almost a year since I've been on this team and back home. It's a blessing. So thank you for the kind words, Adam. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. Ricky says, good evening. Snow chances, please. I don't have any in the forecast yet. But if you've seen on social media, if you heard Brian talking on Snow Talk on Friday, there is certainly going to be another big pattern flip not too far away. And you start to see little hints of that in the 10-day. And I'll show you that as we wrap things up later on here this evening. Weather Geek says hello. Have a blessed Christmas. Same to you, Weather Geek. Thank you for tuning in as always. Anita says good evening. Likewise, hope everybody has a blessed holiday coming up here on Wednesday. Cody says, hey. Amanda says Merry Christmas from Bartstown. Sean's watching in Middletown, also talking about the Cards volleyball game. National championship, the Cards fall just short to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Hey, you know what? I always knew Louisville was a big volleyball town. It always seemed to be that way growing up, but I think we really put ourselves on the map with this run. So congrats to the Cards. Come up just short, but still made us proud nonetheless. All right, here we go. Let's get you to Paristown. That ice rink has been packed all season, and it's packed tonight. More packed probably than usual for a Sunday night because all the kids are off now for Christmas break, right? It's a good night to be ice skating. It's cold. We stayed in the 30s today. If you were watching me earlier on Sunrise, or if you were with me last night here on Wave Weather Now, I said there was a shot that Louisville could touch 40 degrees today for maybe a half hour. That did not happen. But we stayed in the 30s. We hit 39 today here in the city. Another chilly day, but at least we had the sun. We're down to 34 tonight. Here in the city at the moment. Note the wind. It's not out of the north, but it's still a little bit of a breeze. And when it's this cold, it's going to give you a wind chill. So that breeze out of the east and southeast at 5, that's enough to give us a wind chill of 30. So if you're going to be heading out tonight, any of our third shift workers out there, God bless you all for what you do to keep this country going. Stay warm as you head out and about later on tonight. Our forecast low here in the city is 28. The heat island, y'all know the drill with the heat island. It is what it is. Outlying areas will be in the mid-20s Monday morning. Now, technically, we're going to be a couple degrees warmer tonight than last night. But we're splitting hairs. It's still going to be mighty cold if you have to venture out early tomorrow morning. But it will be quiet. Now, as we go through the day tomorrow, it will also be quiet. We may start off with mostly sunny skies in the morning, but you'll see those clouds filtering in throughout the day, especially into the afternoon. And that, of course, will set the stage for our rain chances that begin to climb Monday night, Monday evening, or when those shower chances start to make a comeback. And that's really going to be the beginning of this flip in the weather pattern. And by pattern flip, I don't necessarily mean, scientifically, although there are some changes, but I'm talking about what we've been used to in December, where we've had these cold snaps, a couple of slightly milder days, and then we get cold again. We're heading into a stretch of mild weather that's here to stay. It's got staying power, and a damp stretch of weather as well. And that will all begin tomorrow evening. Here's the big picture. A lot of pieces to the puzzle to look at tonight. Here's that high pressure that made things so nice all weekend, kept us sunny, albeit cold. But here comes our Monday night system right here. It's up in, let's see, where's that low? That is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where that low pressure is. I almost lived in South Dakota. Almost took my first broadcast job up there. Wound up in Alabama instead. But anyway, this system up in the northern plains will kind of drift, really. It's going to try to go more east, but eventually that high pressure here in the northeast is going to kind of shove it down a little bit to the south. And that frontal boundary with it is going to be the source of our shower chances Monday night and Christmas Eve Tuesday. Now, the thing about this front is once it gets down here, it kind of settles right over us. It's going to say, you know what, I'm good. I don't want to move anymore, which is bad for us because that'll keep the clouds around and it'll keep those showers around as well. So that's kind of the first thing that we're watching as we get closer to the Christmas holiday. So let's dive deeper into those updates that I have. Let's focus on tomorrow night. First off, let's go time period by time period here. Monday afternoon, good to go. If you are an absolute last minute shopper, and I know some of you are, don't hide it, and you got to be out tomorrow during the morning, during the afternoon, good to go. No rain. But you notice as we get past sunset tomorrow evening, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, those rain chances start to climb. And look, this is not heavy rain, okay? This is not the kind of rain that'll cause ponding on the roads. No alert day, all right? It's just light rain. It's just light showers that'll be with us throughout the day, or the evening, rather, on Monday. And coverage will be very scattered. It's not a big wall of rain, partially because there's still a good bit of dry air in the atmosphere. Raindrop falls out of the cloud. It tries to get to the ground. It can't because all the dry air in between wants to eat it up. A dry air monster. So that's why the rain chances are fairly low. Scattered showers. That's all we're looking at. I'd say after 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, and then we'll keep those showers around on again, off again, overnight Monday night into Christmas Eve morning. Christmas Eve still does not look like a washout, so that's good. You see here on Futurecast, this is 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Showers starting to develop as that front sags southward. I think if you're in southern Indiana, you're going to see the showers first here on Monday night. As we go through the night, you see those showers don't really progress to the south a whole lot, and you notice those showers are very, very hit and miss. If you live down in Mumfordville, Litchfield, Lebanon, Campbellsville, Columbia, you live down there across southern Kentucky, you may only see a couple sprinkles Monday night and Christmas Eve. That's it. So again, this is not a huge deal at all. Just watch out for wet roads if you got to be out late tomorrow night or on Christmas Eve. Shouldn't be a major concern. You notice we may get another little bump in those rain chances right along I-64 Christmas Eve morning, Tuesday morning, but it's still very light, still very scattered. It's not a big deal. As we get into Tuesday afternoon, you notice as we kind of lose the support or the forcing in the atmosphere for these showers to go, the shower coverage dissipates. So I'm optimistic, especially Tuesday afternoon. If you have any travel or family plans Christmas Eve afternoon, I'm optimistic we'll dry things out. Maybe not totally, but there won't be quite as many showers around Tuesday afternoon as what we'll have Monday night and Tuesday morning. So that's kind of puzzle piece number one over this busy stretch ahead. Let's see. Good to see the comments are more lively tonight than last night. Love it. Shonda says hello from Jeffersonville. Chelsea says Merry Christmas from Bedford. Same to you and your family. We appreciate you all watching. Mitchell says Merry Christmas from Taylorsville Butcher Block. There you go. Love it, man. Taylorsville Butcher Block. That sounds interesting. I got to look it up. Merry Christmas to you and yours, Mitchell. We appreciate you watching. Let's see. Charmaine on Facebook says, good evening. Hello. Hope you're well. Sean says, all the rain, too bad we couldn't have it during the summer or fall. Yeah, it was kind of dry in the summer and fall. We're making up for it for sure the last month or so. Adam says I made the right choice picking Alabama over South Dakota. Yeah, I mean, South Dakota is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but career-wise, I think I definitely made the right call going down to Huntsville for a few years. Oh, this is a good one. Braden brought this up. I completely forgot about this. The NWS in Paducah posted today on Twitter or whatever Elon calls it, that today is the 20th anniversary of the December 21st, 2004 winter storm. That was a huge storm, wasn't it? Man, I don't want to age myself. I was a kid. I remember it was a big deal. Several feet of snow in a few spots, right? Crazy. Kelly on YouTube says, Merry Christmas from Smiths Grove. Shout out to Smiths Grove. I got several friends that live down that way from Western. So Merry Christmas to everybody down in Warren County, Southern Kentucky. Paula says, Merry Christmas from Scottsville. More Southern Kentucky friends. Denise says, always seems to be a rainy Christmas. Yeah, from time to time, it always feels that way at least. So let's look at Christmas Day itself. And this is kind of the big change I want you to take away from our rambling tonight, all right? There is still a lot of uncertainty with our rain chances on Christmas Day, Wednesday. In fact, as much as I hate to say it, there's more uncertainty tonight than there was this morning or last night, because we're still kind of trying to figure out how these waves that move in from the south and west, how quickly they move in. That's what we're trying to figure out, the speed of them. What you're looking at in the map, and let me get it full screen because I know it might be a little small for some of you, but this is the European model, okay? And if you look at that loop, you notice that a good slug of that rain that we were expecting Christmas afternoon and Christmas night, now it's wanting to move in earlier in the day, like towards Christmas morning. So that's another variable we have to add to this mix. You notice the rain coverage is also a little bit higher. And that's because we won't necessarily have dry air to slow us down in those rain chances going up on Christmas Day, because the atmosphere will already be saturated from the showers we see on Christmas Eve. So unfortunately, there's still quite a bit of uncertainty with exactly when this rain moves in on Wednesday, this next wave of rain. The European model says earlier in the morning now, and the GFS and others still say we're looking good until Christmas afternoon or Christmas night. So we still have to figure out that timing, guys. And I hate these situations where we can't nail down that timing 48 or 72 hours out. It's always the worst feeling when you have to, when you have more uncertainty as you get closer, right? But I've gone ahead and bumped up those shower chances to 40% for Wednesday, just in case those showers move in earlier, like I'm showing you on the European model. This could just be one fluky run of the European model, and it comes in overnight tonight and says, nah, we're good until Christmas evening. So we'll see. We will see how that plays out. But is it enough to cancel your plans? No. but it's enough to keep the umbrellas handy if you're heading out to grandma's house on Christmas Day or anything like that, okay? Keep the rain gear handy, maybe add an extra 5 minutes on your trip. It's not going to be heavy rain. It's not going to be a alert day or anything like that. Just keep that in mind. Stay tuned for updates on the timing of that rain on Christmas Day. Still up in the air quite a bit. Okay, now let's move to the end of the week. The end of the week. So this is kind of puzzle piece number 3. 3A and 3B, I guess. And the reason I say that is because we get towards the end of the week, we're going to have several more little disturbances following that same path, that same southwest to northeast path, bringing with it more rain chances. Now, the rain chances at the end of this week are more substantial than the showery kind of stuff we're going to have Monday night, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. We could see upwards of 2 waves of rain by the end of this week into the upcoming weekend. All right, here's the first one. This is Friday. And you see it's kind of just a wall of rain, unfortunately, that just zips on through with this first little impulse. What we're also going to have to watch towards the end of the week will be thunder potential. It's there. I don't see much of a severe threat at this point, but we'll have to keep an eye on the track of these short waves, the track of these disturbances. We'll have to keep an eye on the dynamics in the atmosphere, the fuel, the cape, the shear, all that good stuff. And we'll have to see if there's any time where all those ingredients line up to where we could have a couple stronger storms. Right now, I don't see it. I think that risk is very, very low, but it's not zero. So we'll keep watching it. Right now, looks like just a soaking rain. First wave of soaking rain moves through Friday, and then we may have a second wave right on the heels of the first one Saturday night into early Sunday. And it's those 2 waves, Friday and then Saturday night, that will put down the most amount of rain this week. The rain that we see Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it's not going to amount to a lot. 1/10 of an inch, that's it. It'll be these waves that you see here towards the end of the week that will have much more moisture and much more rainfall with them. That's why it's the next big weather maker that we're watching. Here's a general view of the rainfall. The light green color that you see, that's less than 1 inch of rain. The dark green color that you see, though, across central Kentucky in particular, down here to Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, that's where we might see amounts between 1 and 2 inches of rain this week. So over the next 7 days, it looks like. And again, a lot of this rain will fall towards the end of the week. So that's where things stand at this stage of the game. It's very unsettled, but it's nothing alarming. No alert days. I don't really foresee any at this stage of the game. It's just kind of that annoying, damp, and mild weather pattern. It's just never fun when we have this kind of weather pattern at all, but to have it on Christmas week is not fun, right? So there it is. There's your 10-day. We are mild, of course, even with these higher rain chances. We're up to 50 tomorrow, close to 50 again on Tuesday. And then Christmas Eve, mid-50s. Friday and Saturday, before those waves of rain move through, I think we warm up to near 60 both of those days. And then you get towards New Year's. Which is now in our 10-day. And it looks like we might close out 2025 on a wet note. Right now, we're going to keep it as rain, but I will tell you, there's at least a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Yes, I'm saying there's a chance. There might be a couple of flakes that mix in north of us, but close enough to where we have to pay attention. That's for New Year's Eve. Right now, we'll keep it showers, scattered showers, low 50s. Obviously, we're 9 days away, so we really can't get more specific than that. But just giving you that first earliest alert that might be some more wet weather to deal with as we wrap up 2024 and head into 2025 starting next Wednesday. And you also notice towards the end of the 10-day, you get into New Year's Day next week, you start to see that cool down. There are still very strong indications, especially by the first weekend of January. So that, the 4th and 5th of January, there are still strong indications that we will see a big pattern flip back to cold. So we're kind of going from cold to mild now. It's a pretty good chance about 2 weeks from now, we go from mild back to cold. Now, you've probably seen on social media all these weather enthusiasts saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be bitter cold and there's going to be tons of snow and all that. The pattern will be more favorable for winter weather, no question. No question. But we're still trying to figure out the scope of that cold and, of course, what kind of systems we might have in the cards by then. So if you're not a fan of this mild weather we have coming in, this rainy weather, fear not, because it looks like things will get active again when Brian comes back from vacation here in early January. Until then, it's just wet, unfortunately. No washouts for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but by the end of the week, that might be a different story. Who's got comments? Who's got questions? Angela says, hello. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Same to you, my friend. Appreciate you very much. Ryan says, bring on the snow. Maybe in January, maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe in a couple of weeks. Steve asks, what's the best chance of rain for Friday? Any dry time? It's hard to say specifically hour by hour right now, Steve. But for Friday, it's trending towards Friday afternoon when that widespread rain tries to move in. So there might be a little dry time earlier in the day, but again, we're early in the ball game to go hour by hour on that. Let's see. Kathy, I'm with you. Glad this isn't ice. Let's not think about that. But yeah, I'd rather this be all snow or all rain. And if it's one or the other, okay. Ice is when things get nasty. Clark County's had one too many tornadoes this year, or in general, right, Shonda? Keep those storms away. Yeah, we'll watch Friday and Saturday. Again, I don't think it's a huge concern. I certainly think a few rumbles of thunder are possible Friday and Saturday, but it doesn't seem, it's not alarming me at this point. It's just something we might have to watch. Austin's saying no severe weather. I don't see it at this point. We'll watch it. We'll always keep an eye on it, but at this point, it would look like to be, if anything, just good old-fashioned thunderstorms. Good old-fashioned rumblers, as I like to call them. Let's see. Sean is asking if I'm filling in for Brian. Kind of, actually, yeah. So I will be here Christmas night. I probably won't do an update online because I'll probably, usually on my dinner breaks on weekends, I just stay here at the station. But being Christmas, I'll probably head out and have dinner with the family on Wednesday night. So we probably won't do an update then, but I'll be here Christmas night. I'll be here Thursday and Friday of this week as well. So depending on time, I might be able to do updates here on Wave Weather Now. We'll just have to see how everything shakes out. But yeah, Brian's taking some well-deserved time off, obviously. Kevin is as well. So me, Tawana, and Ryan kind of holding down the fort here as we go through the next week or so. So there is, hopefully that answers your question a little bit, Shonda. Schedules are, as you might expect, in a 24/7 business, schedules are all over the place around here right now. But that's okay. That's all right. Hey, we got somebody on Twitch watching. Keep up the great work. Thank you, JWash34. I appreciate those kind words very, very much. Any last-minute comments, questions, thoughts, concerns before I sign off tonight? I've rambled for too much. I don't want to bore you all. It is Sunday night. Y'all know that means it's football night on Wave. Well, we got the Bucks and the Cowboys tonight on Sunday Night Football. So I imagine a lot of folks will be watching that one. And as always, once that game ends, hopefully around 11:30 or 11:45, we'll be on Wave News on the TV side of things. So if you're still awake, come on in and get your latest news headlines and an updated forecast before you head to bed. Like I said, we'll all be kind of in different places the next week or so with schedules being different and whatnot. But we will be here tracking all this rain as it moves in. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on that start of January. It looks interesting. Just past the start of the new year. All right, that's it for now, guys. Appreciate you watching as always. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, things like that. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes this year. It's been an honor. It is still an honor to be on this team. I truly never thought I would end up here. So it's been a blessing. The year has flown by. There's been a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows this year. So thankful for your all support as always, not just me, but the entire Storm Tracking team. Hope you enjoy time with your friends and family over the next couple of weeks. And don't worry about the weather. That's our job. We'll keep an eye on things here in the days and weeks and months and years ahead. So appreciate you guys watching. Merry Christmas. God bless. I will see you again on TV tonight after Sunday Night Football. Take care, everybody.